Hey, I am Tim Sullivan, and I'm actually recording this from the barn I used to hold worship nights in. So that's a cool fact. A couple things about my heart for worship. I believe that worship is a response to what God's doing in the room. For me, I was about 13 years old when I joined the worship team. I was a drummer. I was learning what God was doing in my life and what worship looked like, and discovering so many things about myself and about worship in some insane ways. And when I was 18 years old, I had the incredible opportunity to actually move to Florida to become a drummer for a worship team. And a couple weeks after that, it all kind of fell apart. Right after I moved to Florida, I found myself with nothing. I was confused. I was kind of worried. And out of nowhere, God gave me the opportunity to start leading worship. And I fell in love with it. I found this yell, this shout, this victory praise inside of me that I didn't even know that I had. And so for me, worship has always been about coming as you are. It's about coming forward and leading people through your situations, through your journey, through what God's doing in your life and in the lives of the people that you're leading with and for. And so to me, the most important thing in worship is authenticity. Bringing yourself fully forward to people and to just worship with your heart and bearing it for the Lord. Whether if that sounds like a shout, whether if that sounds like a yell or a cry or an intimate whisper, whatever it is, I believe that it's so important to be authentic in our worship towards the Lord. Over my years in worship, I've led in many, many different environments, from barns like this, where we would have spontaneous worship nights where there wasn't a set list and people were getting touched by the Holy Spirit in insane ways, all the way to structured liturgical services that focused more on being seeker-friendly and allowing the new believer to have a place to call home as they discovered what it was like to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. But to me, I think no matter what happens, is that we just encounter God and that we bring ourselves forward and we say, God, do what you're going to do. We're going to trust you. We're going to operate in your presence and follow you in everything that we do. A couple fun things about me is I love movies. I really do. Lord of the Rings, my favorites. I love food. I love to cook. My favorite thing to cook is steak. I'm a big fan of high quality, dry-aged Wagyu, whatever it is. I love to cook it. I'm a master. It is my passion. I'm a big fan of it. Well, besides the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, and worship, but you get it. It's good stuff. I love it. I have a lot of passions on my list, but definitely cooking is one of those things right next to worship. What I love so much about having an opportunity to work with people and to build teams is building culture. For me, culture is one of the most important things to a team dynamic as well as a church and ministry in its whole. I was a part of something that I created called Anthem Worship, and it started off as just a group of young believers from different churches coming together to just worship under one name and one name alone, which was Jesus Christ. And to me, it was so important. It was all about fellowship, family, hangouts, building team culture that was important so that we could worship together in an efficient way where it felt like you truly belonged. to me, that's so important. And it also goes into songwriting. You know, as I collaborate and create and work with people in writing songs or creating projects for churches, a big thing for me is having healthy relationships with those people, so you have the openness to be able to communicate ideas that may be sensitive to write about or to communicate via song. So for me, I think that it's so important to have healthy relationships with the churches and the ministries and the people that you're working with, because they're not just another person, they're your family. We're all part of the same family here. So to worship with one another is so important, and to build that authentic relationship.
Touch, just to be in your presence, even one more time.
Hey, but thank you so much for taking the time to stop by, check me out, see a little bit about who I am, what I do, why I love what I do, and what worship is to me. And honestly, guys, I'm excited to work with you. Hopefully we can connect sometime. God bless, and see you soon.